I recorded this look on my IG Live. If you want to see how I did it, then keep watching. I have already primed my face. I used the Saturday Skin, the Waterfall Moisturizer. I like it because she's thick. She's like a water gel, which I normally don't like this consistency, but it works. But on my face, like it's kind of sticky, like the Milk Hydro Grip primer. So I kind of like that. So for foundation, I am going in with the Pat McGrath Sublime Skinfetish, medium deep, number 24. So here's the thing about this foundation. I believe this is supposed to be, it's like skin fetish. It's supposed to be like sheer, just giving skin. Generally, when I show you all a foundation, I like to put it in my hand and show, this is runny. She's very runny, she's very thin. Which honestly, I don't like. I don't like how runny and thin it is. However, considering how runny and thin it is, I'm very surprised by the coverage. Very, very surprised. So I like it, but I just hate how runny it is. But it's giving, I mean, she was already giving skin, but it's just giving skin with the glow, which I like. And I do feel like because it is thin, and maybe also because I'm using a flat top kabuki brush, which absorbs more product anyway, I feel like I have to use a little bit more of it than I normally would. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't like being wasteful. Because I've already used like 2 pumps, and that was only half of my face, where other foundations, if I use 2 pumps, it'll be my whole entire face. So I'm not necessarily sure if that's just the tool that I'm using or the product itself. Old Faithful NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in Caramel. I'm just going to side of my nose, Cupid's bow, little dot on my chin, and on the bridge of my nose. Press this in, and I'm not sweeping. I hate seeing people just like streaking product, especially cream products, across their face. Not blending. It's not doing what you think it's doing. And I don't like that. The cheek is sitting. Okay? She's cut, she's sitting. Use that as a base. Let's still use this same brush. And I'm gonna use my Old Faithful Laura Mercier Translucent Loose. I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my chin. I really keep saying I'm gonna try a new bronzer. I've been using it for like 2 years now, and I just have not moved on to anything else. So I know it's smaller than I probably use, but I just don't want to pick up anything else. So I'm gonna go on top. Make that cheek stand out. I'll let my jawline, a little around my hairline, because child, there ain't that much hairline. Hello. But we'll still just a little to warm her up. But definitely a much smaller brush because I don't have a forehead. I'm gonna go back in here, take like the very tip of the brush. I'm gonna use that down the sides of my nose. I'm gonna run it into my brow. By running it into the head of my brow, it makes the illusion of pinching it even more as opposed to just 2 straight lines. This is what I mean when I say like see the effects of the makeup and not the makeup itself. You got to blend. A little bit under. And I'm gonna take a little bit on the apple of my cheek. So I haven't really played with these yet. The brushes, the Morphe brush set that I got from Ulta. So there are 6 brushes in here. So I just got the eye detail set. Can never go wrong with those. So I'm gonna take this fluffy shadow brush. I'm gonna go back in the bronzer and I'm going to put this in my crease. I feel like real live honest review, these are very skinny handles. How you hold your brush matters. So you'll see like I'm holding at the tip. It gives me more control. It's like really like painting as opposed to like not choking on it like a pencil. If you choke on it, you're applying too much pressure. And I want to control my blend. So I always hold it towards the end. That's why I don't like travel brushes, because they tend to be short. And most people won't hold it at the end like they're supposed to. It seems to be blending pretty well and not skipping. I've used Morphe brushes before. I have had other Morphe brush sets that weren't as soft, but this is softer. If you've ever seen me painting with like my rose gold brush set, that's from Morphe. It's not as soft. They don't have a large flat shader brush in here. That's interesting. They're like very tiny detail brushes. I mean, I could still make something shake, but this is the flat shader brush that they have. This is tiny. That takes more work. I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm gonna do something simple champagne-y on the lid. This is my Charlotte Tilbury palette. I like it. I've been using it, well, almost a year now. I am going to, so what I did the other day, I went in with this more shimmery shade first and then that one, but we're just here freestyling it. I don't know if this is really picking up the shadow the way I want it to. You know, I really wish this was larger. I could cover more space. Go back with the other larger fluffy brush and just tickle the edge. Not bad, but I really wish this brush was, see, because as soon as I lay it in the product, it's like falling off the, I don't like that. I think this is the first time I've ever done a live and it's like true demo of something that I haven't used before. You know, like getting real live commentary and thoughts. Like, I still feel like there's a place for this brush, but I just think in this palette, like in this set, it would have just served them better to have a bigger brush as well. So I'm going over top of it with the other shimmery color that's not as chunky, just to put like a softer veil over it, I guess. We're already coming together though. We love to see it. So this was the first blending brush that came in here. If you're an old school MAC girl, the size of this one will probably be equivalent to a MAC 224, where this one is a little bit tighter packed. I'd say this is like a 217. Look at me speaking old MAC. The more fluffy one that was more equivalent to like a 224, that's like an all over wash in the crease. And if you're doing like a smoky grading situation, the tighter you get to the lash line, the tinier and more tightly packed you want your brush to be. The tighter packed it is, you get more color payoff and it doesn't blend as soft and blown out. The fluffier your brush is, the more blown out the blend, the tighter. But this one, let's see if you can see, like this is flatter. Okay. So now that probably makes sense why they don't have, you can use this as a flat shader brush if you pick up the product out of your palette that way, as opposed to on the tip. All right, I could dig it. I was about to call this brush kit a fail. So I'm going into a dark chocolate brown, and I'm just on the tip of the brush. I'm gonna focus it right at the corner. And see, I'm kind of just like pressing and flicking it towards the center, but keeping it at the corner. See, it's just a little, but not too much. Yep, there it is. This is how you do a smoky eye, kids. I'm just going to tickle the edge of that. I didn't pick up any extra product on the other first fluffy brush that we used. Smoky eye is all patience and blending. So here's another thing where people wear me thin is not when like doing a smoky eye. Like some people will just stop here and be like, oh, I did something on the top, and then they completely neglect the lower lash line, and that wears me thin. But I am actually about to go ham on some blush and like kind of like warm up my face some before I finish my eyes, because I'm probably not going to do too much more on the top, and I want to do the rest of my face before I smoke out my lower lash line. So this blush is from one of the things I got from Mented. We know I love me a good, nice, nasty, peachy coral blush. All black women need peach and coral blushes, because just think about the color chart. Orange, brown, they go together, right? This is called Peach to the Stars. And I am going to take a blush brush. I am really going to get it in here. And we are going to press her into the cheeks, honey. Ugh. And it has a little bit of iridescence to it, which I like because it's like highlighter and blush at the same time. And we love that. So I always go overboard with my blush because you'll see I'm going to diffuse it. The Laura Mercier Candle Glow Powder. Could I use something else? Probably. Will I? Probably not. It's just so good. It's just so finely milled, and it helps blend everything together. You see how it just softly diffuses, but the blush is still coming through. So now the blush looks like we're like blush from within and not just sat it right on top, but the blush had a little bit of iridescence. This finishing powder, this is a finishing powder, not a setting powder. So this is just to change the finish of the makeup. So it's like a soft overall glow. It's like we're God's favorite, sun-kissed. So let's see, we're gonna do like a little daytime stitch. I'm still gonna smoke out the lower lash line, but I want like an open doll eye situation. So I'm going to take a nude pencil, not white, because we're brown girls. Don't put white in your waterline. Do a nude color. So you see how this eye automatically looks more open than this one? This is because we did nude. So it's like gives the effect that like my eye is larger. We're giving doll baby. Like I love a sultry eye, but you can still give sultry and open at the same time. All right, so our fluffy shadow brush from before, that same bronzer that we did in the crease and warm the face up with, I'm gonna go and put that under my lash line. And because it's fluffier, I'm not worried that it's blown out. That's the whole point. I want it to be like a gradient situation. So it's like you probably can't tell yet, but like we're balancing out the smoke, okay? So you'll see how like just naked that under eye is. But now I am starting to, we're gonna build a gradient under here. You could do the most with the least, okay? Now, there was an even smaller brush in here than the one from before. And she's tiny, but now that same chocolate brown that I had warmed up and threw some in the corner, I'm gonna take that, and now I'm gonna put that right next to the lash line. And because it's tinier and tighter, it's gonna give that gradient. So it connects it to this chocolate that we had already put there in the corner. And then I run that about to like the middle of my iris. So if you're doing any sort of smoky eye and you want your eye to look open and dull eye and all those things, please put mascara on your bottom lash line. You see the difference already? Boom. Hello? This is why lashes matter. Just put the lash on. Grow up and put a lash on. Oh yes. A little brow highlighter pencil. I'm only going under the arch of the brow. A little brow tint. And she's very, very tiny. And I am going to flick that through my brows. There's a misconception that when you get your brows like powder ombre that you like literally don't have to touch them at all. I rarely touch them just because I'm lazy. But as Jamea had posted the other day, just like when you get your brows done, that doesn't take the place of makeup. But I barely have to do anything. So that's still a blessing. Still the best beauty investment I ever made. And I have spent some money on myself, honey. Another thing, once you put your lashes on, sometimes the volume of your lash can change how much you can see. So sometimes you may want to go back in and add a little bit more depth. So I'm going to go back into that dark chocolate color that we used on the corners before and bring that up a little bit more so you can see it around the lash. See? By like literally going back in just that little bit. Now we can really see what we want to see. This is what I want to see. Yes. Okay. And this is eyebrow gel. Lock everything in place. She's giving a nasty face. I got a package from Mented some weeks ago, and it had different lipsticks and liners and glosses. I'm not sure how sold I am on the lipsticks. Now, one night I went out, I literally just took just the gloss with me. The glosses by themselves, I got these two glosses. The glosses by themselves, I'm not a fan. I felt like I had to keep reapplying the gloss. And I don't like that. Like if I'm out and I'm reapplying gloss, I'm actually probably just trying to like give a moment and be cute and draw attention to my mouth. I never want to feel like I have to reapply product when I'm out. And I felt like I had to, and I didn't like that at all. So, do I have any tissue in here? I do. I'm gonna just try to give you a lip combo out of these. And the lip liners, I feel like they're not dynamic enough. I know that they're supposed to be like just really nude, but it's just not giving enough for me. Like those, it's not enough for me. But I'm gonna try something. So I'm gonna use, which one is this? I don't know, I'll link them later. But I don't know, girl. Maybe it'll work right now. Maybe I didn't give it a proper chance. See, I just feel like I don't see nothing. Cause like they're supposed to be nude, but you could still give something with nude. I like a good chocolate liner. And maybe they have chocolate liners, but I want something really chocolate. They're soft though, but they're definitely not long lasting. I did a lip with them. I did a combo the other night at the Sip and Paint, and I wasn't even there that long. Okay, it's not too bad right now, but it's giving a whole like ombre situation. I gotta ombre it. But I did a lip combo with them the other day at the Sip and Paint situation, and halfway through the event, my lip was gone. Like I went to go get some footage of me like sipping and painting, and the daggone lip was gone. All right, I'm gonna use, what color is this? It's just the lightest one that they have, that they sent me. I'm putting that just in the center. Okay, so the lipsticks themselves, I don't think I'm a fan. They're not as creamy as I would like, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. Same way with your lips though, like if you're doing like an ombre situation, you're working with pencils, it's still layering and going back and forth. So now I'm going to touch up and redefine the edges. To have used 3 products, and y'all know I'm a lip layering girl, it's a bust. I hate when I don't like a product, or how do I put this? I had known about Mented for a really long time because I have seen other notable and larger influences talking about, or I've never really heard them talk about it, but like I've seen them like share products from Mented, and they do their little posts, whether it's sponsored or whatever. And it's just when I try something as a makeup girl and as a retired makeup artist, I know how I need products to work. And this isn't just taking pictures for Instagram and just saying, oh, click here, buy here. I need my things to work. I need them to really last. And they don't. I don't like the way they feel either. And I feel bad, but no, I mean, I don't feel bad. This is my job to share stuff with y'all. It's literally my job. I don't like them. Like, for me to do a liner, a lip, and a gloss, and you couldn't even withstand me eating 2 baby cupcakes and some sips of rosé, that's a fail. Like, it looks good right now. Also, they smell like my first lip gloss. It's giving my first lip gloss. It's not giving me Luxe Lip. And for their things to be all about neutrals and nudes, one, I'm a pinky nude lip girl through and through. Two, as a makeup artist, if someone's telling me that they're big on nudes and things like that, I need to think, could I use this for bridal? I would not have these in my, no. The lip things, Mented lips, absolutely not. Maybe Mented is good for other things that they have. Now, the blush was bomb. The lip stuff, it's a fail for me. Like, this will be good, like, literally for a picture. Like, even if I was on set for a photo shoot, this is something, like, even like from an artist perspective, if these were in my kit, I would constantly have to step in to retouch a lip. I don't like that. The Mented lip things, it's very much giving fail. And I'm sad about that. I wanted to like them. But like I said, it then makes me question the girls that go up for certain things. Because I'm like, now girl, how much did they pay you to say that you liked it? And I don't want to sound like I'm bashing them, but it's just not giving. Like, when the rest of your face is given and then your lip not gonna last like more than 20 minutes or 2 cocktails. I don't like that. Again, the blush though. So I don't know what other blush colors they have, but the Mented blush in Peach to the Stars, yes. Oh, cause it's iridescent. Look at that glow. It's giving highlight. Yes, sirski. So yes to the blush. The Morphe brush set, I'm gonna say yes. We know we almost had a snafu with one of the brushes. I was beefing with one of the brushes because I really felt like there should have been a bigger flat shader brush, but this one right here you can actually use as the flat shader brush because it is thin. So this set I will go ahead and stamp and say yes. And it also comes with this, let's see, it has something in here called Quick Switch. Oh, Quick Switch. So I guess it's to quickly take some shadow off and switch to another color. Okay. I don't know how often you can do this, or does the texture of shadow matter so you don't compromise the brush, but I'm gonna play around with it. Okay, but the brush set, and it comes with a little quick switch thing in it. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that. I want to say the brush set was only 28 bucks, and comes with a little pouch. We love that. I will say the rose gold set that I had, like from some years ago, I want to say that I got that one in like 2017, 2018. Had rose gold handles and all the brushes were white. Those definitely are not as soft as these. So I would take this set over that one. I wouldn't rebuy that rose gold one that I had. So that was a win. The Charlotte spray. When I fell asleep in my makeup the other night, and someone was like, I would have never known that that was makeup from yesterday. That's why. Again, I don't condone sleeping in your makeup, but here we are. Yeah, I like the tighter wand situation I did earlier in the week. I don't like the way this is falling. I mean, like, it's fine, but I will say, I had already been feeling it, but after the photo shoot this week, and I was just giving like relaxed boho glam vibes. I think that's just like my vibe right now. I just want to bust down middle part with some tousled, sexy bedhead, and that's my vibe right now. And like bedroom eyes. That's my vibe right now. I just want to wear bell bottoms and platforms and just give you face and hair. Like a sexy hippie. Like I want to look like I care, but still tousled and don't care at the same time. That's the vibe I'm going for right now. Just very relaxed. And a lot of cheek. Like, oh yeah. Yep. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and are in good spirits for the holiday season. And I haven't posted any links in a few days, but call me Abe. I'm finna be linking, and y'all will have things to shop. Okay, bye.